Alright, we're back. We're filming in front of the John Germany Library here. Give you a screenshot in downtown Tampa. There's the buildings right there. We are back with my buddy Johnny. Malcolm X Reborn. Doesn't he look like him? I had to say it. Gotta say it.
Let me know when you ready to say something.
Johnny, you're on live, brother.
Well, today we want to talk about the general public and the community. To let everybody know that there is always help available when there's a time of need. Don't never feel you can't get help, because there is a place to get help. If you need a place to stay, there's sources that you can go to where there's actually case manager that will assist you with your everyday needs.
Where are these places, Johnny? Tell the people.
Well, we have several places. We have the mental health care on Nebraska. It's called the Shop.
On Nebraska?
Yes, we have that agency.
What's the name of it?
Mental health care.
Okay.
Called the Shop on Nebraska and Hannon.
Okay, the Shop on Nebraska and Hannon.
Then we also have Metropolitan Ministries.
Okay.
We also have the Salvation Army.
Okay.
We also have the VA Health Center.
Doesn't the Salvation Army charge like $10 a night though?
Well, there's several exponents in the Salvation Army, so there's several places in the Salvation you can go to. Not specific one location.
Johnny, you're from Detroit, right?
That's correct.
What's it like for the homeless in Detroit right now?
It's not really good. A lot of them are still there. They basically go to the YMCA over there on Cadillac and Harper, where they obtain transitional housing.
Really?
And then they have opportunities for them to get a voucher to get a place.
Okay.
If they decide to do that.
You think the downtown YMCA here should do that? The one that I go to shower?
Yeah, they should.
They should. I wonder why they don't.
Well, you gotta understand, there's funding policies you gotta go through, there's grant opportunities you gotta go through, but you gotta look at the main thing. You have to help yourself.
That's true. That's the one thing. If you can't walk on your own
2 feet, you can't do it.
There you go.
So there's people you can talk to. You can also go to your local churches. They will assist you with public housing if you don't have anywhere to go. But the main thing is, it's your destiny in life the way you designed to live at, not the world's problems.
What do you think, Tampa? What do you think, like the community here as a whole, Tampa? You have no middle class here. You have the rich and the poor. What do you think that both sides, the rich and the poor, what do you think their take on the amount of homeless people is here? How do they look at the homeless community?
Well, see, the thing about it, they feel a lot of them are playing the system, and a lot of them don't want to get involved.
Yeah.
There's some that really care, but they don't want to go out and help because they don't feel it's a waste of time.
So they feel like there's no solution to the problem, or no big solution yet, so they just don't bother.
That's correct.
What do you think we should do when I get back from Boston? You have any ideas and suggestions for what we're gonna do?
We need to go to our political leaders that cares about helping people and not there just for money all the time, and come up with a solution where we'll have less problems, less crime, and less confusion.
You think I should petition for a tent city when I get back?
Sure.
Absolutely. Try to get it on the voters ballot and see what happens. Push it through.
Right.
Okay.
And get with the right people that going to assist you.
Absolutely. Johnny's my buddy. He's not homeless anymore. He had a brief stint with homelessness. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I can talk about it.
Yeah? All right. Johnny's going to talk about a brief time that he was homeless out here.
Well, the time that I was homeless is when I was sleeping outside, and it wasn't very comfortable, and I didn't feel safe sleeping outside. But I look at it this way: when I did sleep outside, I caught pneumonia, and it wasn't a comfortable thing. So being homeless outside ain't a good solution, because you will get sick.
That's true. You guys know Don, the old guy there? He's a buddy of mine. He's 74, and he has pneumonia right now, and he's trying to get rid of it. He walks everywhere. When he runs through his Social Security money, he ends up with no bus pass. One of the things they were doing, I'm not sure what city it was, I think it was somewhere in California, Santa Ana or Santa Cruz. They had passed a...
Santa Barbara.
Yeah, Santa Barbara. It was one of those towns. They had passed a law they put into place for a year stating that everybody who was homeless could have a public transportation pass, whether it was for buses or trains. It cost them, the city, $111,000. And I just gotta say this, but Tampa just spent $130,000 on a mobile pressure washing unit to pressure wash graffiti off of walls. When they were questioned as to why they spent this type of money on such a stupid piece of friggin' egotistical machinery, their response was, "We have a lot of gangs in Tampa." Now that sounds like a problem. What do you think of that, Johnny?
Well, see, they gonna look and see what's more important, and that was more important at the time, getting the graffiti off of buildings.
But don't you think they could have used a rolling stick, nap, and a can of paint for $10 instead of $130,000 rolling ego box?
But you have to understand, when you sit and go to the wrong people for assistance and for answers, that's what happens. You got to get the right people for the right thing. You have to go to the source of who can handle the problem. When you go to people that you think don't help, times out of 10 they're not the right people, and that's what happened.
Do you think the city here is spending the money right, like the money in their treasury?
I feel like they're not monitoring the money. I feel like they need somebody to look over them, over somebody else's shoulder, to make sure it's being spent right. And I feel like they need to know what they're doing before they even actually do it.
I mean, these things should be put to a vote. I mean, what my question is it just so hot that the brain is fried like an egg? I mean, how do people make these type of decisions down here? I'm not from Tampa. I know you're not either, but you've been here longer than me.
Because the simple fact, they get the person that they can get away with it. They find somebody that can just get it across and then be done with it.
So you think maybe one of the politicians there had a brother who needed a job, so he hooked him up inside of a nice pressure washing truck?
Right, exactly.
Is that how it works?
Exactly.
Well, those politics died a long time ago. Why are they still being put to use?
Because that's just how the world operates.
Even now in 2011?
That is correct. So what we need to do, we need to all form together and work out our situations and problems and things that can be better. We can do. We need not to have meetings don't follow up. That's why things don't go out. We gotta follow up on what we want to do, and in that way things will be better.
And organize also. I mean, that's the other thing. There's a lot of people out here that seem to want to organize for a good cause in the homeless community.
That is correct.
I was just looking back on the tent city attempt that Catholic Charities had done, like the one in St. Pete, and when they put it to a vote, it got turned down. I'm just wondering why the homeless community didn't band together afterward, and you know.
No one wants to speak their mind on how they feel on things. They're too scared of the community. They're too afraid of the outcome it will bring.
What are they afraid of? Getting arrested, going to jail?
That's right, exactly.
They're afraid to speak their mind, huh?
That's correct.
You think that's right?
No, it's not.
I don't think so either.
So that's what I feel. If you speak your mind and say what's on your mind, things will get better.
I think so too. I think these people here deserve a little bit better than what, 95-degree heat and humidity and walking around with no destination and no real help.
That is correct.
Johnny, you're the man, brother.
Thank you very much for your time, and I hope to talk to you soon.
We will talk again soon.
Peace out.